Want me to be patient for you? Is that what you want? How about I be patient right over here? I'll get some sleep while you wait on these guards. Whenever you want it, you just let me know.
All right, if loving you is wrong, fans, that was a brief, and I mean a brief scene from tonight's episode of Eddie mouthing off. It looks like that's the cellmate that Steven arranged for him to be in the same cell with, the one that was arrested for like a bar fight or something like that. Basically, it was a person who the one officer told Steven probably wasn't a good idea, but he's like, hey, it's your funeral. So this dude might be known for his, well, violence and tendencies with other cellmates. So Eddie mouthing off saying, you know, something like, well, you want me to be patient? Fine. You know what? You wake me up whenever you want it. So I don't know if that's in reference to his cellmate, you know, wanting him, or maybe when it comes to saying patience, it has to do with the fact like, look, man, ain't no need to making all that damn noise. Nobody's going to come to the cell. Just wait until the next morning when other officers and whoever are in, you know, the building. So maybe he's trying to be rational because Eddie's just, you know, causing a commotion, but then Eddie just talks back, gets in his bed, and then at the end of the clip, we see Eddie lays down, and then the guy goes over there and grabs him, and then we know in the trailer he's going to be beating Eddie. So that is probably what's going to happen. You know, it's going to be a fight, and then maybe either Kelly says something to get officers' attention, or there's so much commotion being made that an officer comes in to, you know, break the two up and put them in a different cell. So that's possibly what's going to happen. But in any case, we know Eddie's going to get a beating. Probably not that severe, because in the scene in the trailer where Esperanza comes to see Kelly and then Steven, which is the next day, Eddie doesn't look too beaten and battered. So we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. But regardless, it seems like any other situation, Eddie's going to talk his way into an ass whooping. That's pretty much what's going to happen. So let me know your thoughts. Make sure you hit subscribe and the like button if you haven't done so already. Also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. I'm really wondering how Kelly's going to react to all of this. Also, make sure that you, calling her raisin in the sun. When you think about it, a raisin is just a dried up grape. But now, you know, Eddie's probably going to be beaten like a bad apple. So there you go with the fruit comparisons. Follow me on social media. Links in the description below. Thanks to the Patreon people, the patrons who support me over there. You can do the same for as little as $2 a month. Also, make sure if you would like to give a donation, you can do so either PayPal. There's a link in the description, or you can hit me up on Cash App. There's a scan out pop up on the screen. Either or is greatly welcome. You don't have to, because you watching this video helps me out in more ways than you can imagine. So I just wonder how that fight's going to look. Eddie being beaten down, tied up in a blanket like he's a damn baby. So we'll just have to wait and see. But regardless, this should be a fun episode just based on these scenes that I've been seeing alone so far. So only a couple more hours and we'll get the full episode soon on.